Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of me watching my Thomas and Fred DVDs. Today we're gonna watch Thomas and his friends help out. Yeah. So don't forget to press that button if you want to see more episodes. So yeah, let's get it. Alright, wait, let me do this. I'm sorry, but I'm filming with my phone, so it will look like this, vertical. Yeah, anyway. Okay, now I'm gonna launch the DVD, and DVD. Okay. I really miss the old series. Like, look at. I don't like the new series. Like, there's just moral. Wait, moral? I don't know how to say in English. I'm sorry, but yeah, this is very nice, and the CJ is not good, actually.
One day, Edward was in the shed where he lived with the other engines. They were all bigger than Edward and boasted about it.
Wait. It says that Edward, like the other engines, are bigger than Edward, but Thomas is smaller than Edward. So it's a goof. I made a goof. Wait, no, I made goof. Wait, an episode about goofs on this episode, based in Romania, so you will not understand what I'm saying.
The driver won't choose you again, said Gordon. He wants strong engines like us. But the driver...
I like it was a 5 second. It was a pause for 5 seconds before he said.
Presently, he heard a whistle. Gordon was cross. Instead of nice shining coaches, he was pulling a dirty freight train. A freight train, a freight train, a freight train, he grumbled.
Ha! Karma, bitch!
The shame of it, the shame of it, oh, the shame of it. Edward laughed and went to find some more freight cars. Then there was trouble. Gordon can't get up the hill, the porter called to Edward's driver. Will you take Edward and push him, please? Said Edward. No good, grumbled Gordon. They pulled and pushed as hard as they could.
Wait, so this is the first time they used the breakdown train theme. I thought it was the breakdown train the episode, but it's not.
I can't do it! I can't do it! I can't do it! Puffed Gordon. I will do it! I will do it! I will do it! Puffed Edward. Edward pushed him and gave him a nice long drink. And the driver said, I'll get out my paint tomorrow and give you a beautiful coat of blue with red stripes. Then you'll be the smartest engine in the shed.
Alright, so that was the first episode from the DVD. Was Edward helps out from season 1. Alright, let's see the next episode.
James had not been out to push coaches or freight cars in the yard for several days. He was feeling miserable.
Poor James. I'm sorry for him.
Oh, dear. I wonder how long I shall have to stay in the shed. Will anyone ever see my red coat again? Why did I go so fast that I made a hole in one of my coaches that had to be mended with, of all things, a passenger's bootlace? At last, Sir Topham had arrived. I know you are sorry, James, and I know, too, that you want to be a useful engine. People are laughing at my railway, and I do not like that at all. I will...
Oh wait, it's the first time we see an engine cry. Oh.
James took no notice and started as soon as the conductor was ready. Come along, he puffed. We won't, screamed the freight cars. But James didn't care.
But it looks like you will.
Sternly out of the station. The cars tried hard to make him give up, but he still kept on. Sometimes their brakes would slip on, and sometimes their axles would run hot. And each time the trouble had to be put right. And each time James would start again. I can and I will, puffed James. And slowly but surely he pulled them along the line. At last they saw Gordon's Hill. Look out for trouble, James, warned his driver. We'll go fast and get them up before they know it. Don't let them stop you. So James went faster. Soon they were halfway up. I'm doing it, he panted. Will the top never come? Then, with a sudden jerk, it all came easier. I've done it! Hooray! It's easy now! But his driver shut off steam. They've done it again. We've left our tail behind. Look!
I tried to laugh, but I didn't.
James was resting in the yard when Edward pulled up. Beep, beep, he whistled. Then James saw Sir Topham Hatt. Oh dear, what will he say? He asked himself. But Sir Topham Hatt was smiling. I was in Edward's train and I saw everything. You've made the most troublesome train on the line behave. After that performance, you deserve to keep your red coat.
Well, nice. Good job.
At night, when the other engines are tucked away in their sheds, you can still hear the faraway call of an engine's whistle and the clickety-clack of train wheels turning.
So this is the one of my favorite Thomas and Friends episode. I really like it, how it's made in the story.
This is the sound of the mail train. One train is pulled by Thomas and the other by Percy, as the loads are too heavy for one engine to do the work alone. The mail is loaded into freight cars at the harbors, and the engines pull their trains through the silent stations delivering their precious loads. One night, Percy was waiting at the junction. The main line train was late. At last, Henry arrived. Sorry, he puffed. The mail boat from the mainland was delayed. Come on, Percy, said his driver. Let's make up for lost time. Percy puffed along as quickly as he could, but the sun was already...
So, season 3 is one of my favorite, well, it's my favorite Thomas and Friends season, because all the episodes are, how to say it, my favorites from all the, like, the episodes from season 3 are my favorites, so yeah.
Already rising as he finished his work. Never mind, thought Percy. It's nice to be up and about when it's the start of a new day and there's no one else around. Percy was not alone for long. Bother, said Percy. It's that dizzy thing, Harold. Thank goodness I have a chance to speak to you. Driver says that the person in charge of the mail has complained to Sir Topham Hatt about the delay last night. But that wasn't my fault, replied Percy. I know, said Thomas, and so does Sir Topham Hatt. But this mail person wouldn't listen. Tonight we'll just have to be quicker than ever before. The engines were just leaving when they heard a familiar buzzing. I say, you two, there's news flying about. Where? Puffed Percy crossly. All over the place. They're going to scrap the mail train and use me instead. The next afternoon, Percy passed the airfield and saw Harold. Hello, lazy wings. Are you too tired to fly today? The wind's too strong, grumbled Harold. I've been grounded. You need rails, laughed Percy. They work wonders, you know. Always. That night, Sir Topham Hatt showed the two engines a letter. It was from the man who missed his train. He thinks you are both splendid, and everyone says that the mail train is the pride of the line.
Well, I mean, that male guy was kind of rude. I mean, it wasn't Percy's fault. It was, I don't know, not Henry's, but yeah, because of the mainland. I don't know. Yeah.
There's a line to a quarry.
So Thomas break the rules. Thomas is a bad guy.
Thomas was always very careful to whistle here, in case anyone was coming. Early one morning, a large policeman was sitting close to the line. Thomas liked policemen. He had been a great friend of the officer who had just retired. Beep, beep, he whistled. Good morning. Thomas expected that the new officer would be friendly too, but he was sorry to see that he didn't look friendly at all. He was red in the face and very cross. Disgraceful, he spluttered. I didn't sleep a wink last night. It was so quiet, and now engines come whistling suddenly behind me. I'm sorry, sir, said Thomas. I only said good morning. The policeman pointed to Thomas. Where's your cowcatcher? He asked. But I don't catch cows, sir.
Oh my god, Thomas got that jeep. Yeah, I told you he's a bad guy.
Don't be funny, snapped the policeman. He looked at Thomas's wheels. No side plates either. And he wrote in his notebook. Bother that telephone, said Sir Topham Hatt.
So at that part, if you put it in slow motion, we can hear the narrator speaking.
I'm sorry, my dear, he said to his wife. Thomas is in trouble with the police, and I must go at once. Toby made the silly cars behave even better than Thomas did. Hey, you! At first, Thomas was jealous, but he was so pleased when Toby rang his bell and frightened the policeman. They've been firm friends ever since.
Well, bother that guard. Thomas was just trying to be good, but the guard was rude with Thomas, so it's kind of mean. Yeah, but the episode was fine, so I like it.
Every summer, the island of Sodor is very busy. Holidaymakers love to sightsee, and when the weather is fine, there is no better place to visit. Some people like...
So these footages were so well made. I really like this episode too, because it's from season 3, yeah. but it's made really good.
One morning, Thomas was puffing along the line that runs by the coast. His two coaches, Annie and Clarabelle, were packed with children going to the beach. Everyone was happy. Percy was taking some freight cars to the harbor. "Hello, Thomas. You look cheerful. I wish I could take children today instead of freight cars." "They're the Vickers Sunday School," explained Thomas. "I'm busy this evening, but the station master says I can ask you to take the children home." "Of course I will," promised Percy.
Well, look, that's a good friend.
Children had a lovely day, but by tea time, dark clouds loomed ahead. Annie and Clarabelle were glad when Percy arrived. He was just in time. The rain streamed down Percy's boiler. Ugh, he shivered and thought of his nice dry shed. Percy struggled on past coastal villages and into the countryside. The river was rising fast. "I wish I could see! I wish I could see!" complained Percy.
But you can see. There's no fog in your face, so you can see really good.
As he battled against the rain, more trouble lay ahead.
Well, you're dead.
Laugh at me. Something thudded onto Percy's boiler. "Ow!" exclaimed Percy. "He needn't throw things." "It's a parachute," laughed his driver. "Harold's dropping hot drinks for us." "Thank you, Harold," whistled Percy. "I promised," he panted. "I promised." He made one more big effort, and at last, exhausted but triumphant, he brought the train home. "Well done, Percy," cheered Thomas. "You kept your promise, despite everything." Sir Topham had arrived in Harold. First he thanked the men, then Percy. "Harold told me you were a wizard. He said he can beat you at some things, but not at being a submarine. I don't know what you two get up to sometimes, but I do know that you're a really useful engine." "Oh, sir," whispered Percy happily. Donald and Douglas are twins and had arrived from Scotland to help Sir Topham Hatt, but only one engine had been expected. The twins meant well, but did cause confusion. Sir Topham Hatt had given them numbers, Donald 9 and Douglas 10, but he was still planning to send one engine home.
But why? Two engines are much more better than one.
There was a brake van in the yard that had taken a dislike to Douglas. Things always went wrong when he had to take it out. His trains were late, and he was blamed. Douglas began to worry. Donald, his twin, was angry. "You're a muckle nuisance," said Donald. "It's to leave you behind I be wanting." "You can't," said the brake van. "I'm essential." "Ah, are you?" Donald burst out. "You're nothing but a screeching and a noise when all's said and done. Spite doggy, would you? Take that!" Couldn't stop in time. James grumbled dreadfully about extra work. "Anyone would think," said Douglas, "that Donald had had his accident on purpose. I heard tell about an engine and some tar wagons." "Shut up," said James. "It's not funny." He didn't like to be reminded of his own accident. "Well, well, well. Surely, James, it wasn't you. You didn't say." James didn't say. He slouched sulkily away. James, "These freight cars are playing tricks." "We'll show them," said Douglas.
So on the background is the breakdown train, but it's a remix and I like it so much.
Slowly but surely, the snorting engines forced the freight cars up the hill. But James was losing steam. I can't do it! I can't do it! Leave it to me! Shouted Douglas. The conductor was anxious. Go steady! The van's breaking! The van was in pieces. No one had been hurt, and soon Edward came to clear the mess. Sir Topham Hatt was on board. I might have known it would be Douglas, he said. Douglas was grand, sir, said Edward. James had no steam left, but Douglas worked hard enough for 3. I heard him from my yard. 2 would have been enough, said Sir Topham Hatt. I want to be fair, Douglas, but I don't know. I really don't know. Sir Topham Hatt was making up his mind about which engine to send away, but that's another story.
So I'm gonna end the video here because the DVD is too long and I'm gonna make the part 2. So don't forget to press the like button and see you